This caught my eye. The Daily News.
Mm-hmm.
They had nothing but 9/11 coverage, right?
Yeah.
A mere 2 days later, you get this little item. Put a sock on it. Viewers of Live with Regis and Kelly were treated yesterday to extended close-ups of Regis Philbin's left foot, including his remarkably long toenails. Reg had a splinter, and Kelly Ripa spent much of the opening segment digging it out.
Had a splinter. A splinter. Oh, and they showed, like, his long, yellow old man toenails.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you're going to take your shoe off on national television, perhaps you should do a little toenail grooming.
No, what's great, too, living in New York, you get a chance to, watch a lot of TV shows being, taped.
Yeah.
And especially people on Long Island can relate to this. The trains are filled with all these, like, fat housewives coming into the city for the day to see the taping of The View.
I want to see Dr. Phil.
Or Tony Danza when he was on the air.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, stand outside the Today Show. See Regis.
Letterman.
And they get all dressed up. Letterman. They get all dressed up and they talk about where they're going to eat after the taping. And it's a big day in the city.
Yeah.
And they sit down the audience and they get treated to watching Regis get a splinter out of his old man foot.
Ugh. And they kept, like, I got to see that audio.
Yeah, we're trying to find it. We're trying to find the video.
They kept doing close-ups on his foot.
And he just had really, really long toenails. And Kelly was just digging away.
People got to clip those things. That's what, like, let me tell you something. That's what being he's married to Joy, right?
Yeah.
My wife of 800 years, Joy! What do they sleep like Ricky and Lucy in separate beds? That's what keeps a guy kind of groomed and where you're not clipping your toenails. When you're with a girl that you care about. When you're married a few years, it's over, Johnny. Those big toenails grow. You're lacerating her Achilles tendon when rolling over. Big, nasty razor blade toenail. Oh. It's just, have you noticed that? You take care of yourself pretty well.
Yeah, my toenails are not the best, though. They're a little longer than they probably should be. But aside from that and the fact that I don't wear condoms, I mean, I'm pretty conscious.
When you, like, get a girl that you care about, if you got a girlfriend, something like that, do you notice you maybe take care of yourself a little better? You clip the toenails, you take care of yourself a little better.
You watch what you eat.
Yeah.
You get haircuts.
Things like that.
Go to the dentist.
I care on the way into the relationship. I care when I'm trying to get a relationship. Once I have one, I'm finished.
Once you get it, you're done?
Yeah.
There isn't a honeymoon period, as they call it?
Not a little bit, but then once I know that you're going to take your panties off regardless, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Wow, that's the opposite. Because usually it's just the other way where old couples that have been married for years,
can I explain?
They just give up. Opie's brought up a great point to how the women cut their hair off.
Can I explain how you can see audio? See, here at the Opie and Anthony show, we actually see audio. We get video clips.
Yes.
And we're seeing and listening at the same time. So that's how you see audio.
I do believe I corrected myself, too.
They pick up on everything.
I look at waveforms every day.
Look, here's an experiment. You get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and get a little group of your friends together on a corner.
Give it a whirl.
And just try to talk. Just try to
have words come out of your mouth.
And have your friends keep track of every single word you try to say at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, even 6 in the morning.
I know I corrected myself. I said, I got to see that audio. I mean video.
Whatever.
When it comes out.
I was with you. Who cares?
Chastising
I get it.
Go screw.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so people, when they get into a relationship, then they let themselves go.
Yeah, they let themselves go with big Regis toenails. It's the only reason he's got big, long toenails, because he doesn't care that Joy sees him walking around the house, shuffling around in a robe, probably. Could I have a cup of coffee? Just leaving scratch marks in the wood floor from his toenails like a velociraptor, tapping to click, 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 looking for young children. Click, click, click. Oh, that's what happens.
Well, the haircut is our favorite.
Oh, the women. It's such a sensible haircut. It's so easy to take care of.
Look, man, there's a lot of people getting ready to go on the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
We'll keep it local for New York. We don't do that often, actually, even though we broadcast from New York. On the Long Island Railroad, if you go in later, actually, because you got all the businessmen coming in and the businesswomen that have to look like hot pieces of asses so they could get their raises. So
break through that glass ceiling.
So you're not going to see the women with the really short haircuts in the morning. But later on in the day, if you're one of those people that have to take a train a little later on, you'll be on a train with all these people coming in to watch a taping of some TV show. And just count all the sensible haircuts you'll see on the train.
It's sensible. I have to get out of the house, make sure all my kids are off to school, and then get out of the house and do my errands. So I can't really spend time washing a big, long, lustrous head of hair like I used to have. So I've chopped it all off. I've given myself a crew cut, and I'm sure your husband loves it.
I want a girl who's a whore, who has to feather her hair and look good no matter where she goes.
That's
I like that.
A nice head of hair on a girl. Isn't that nice? Something to grab onto.
Yeah.
Something to run your hands through.
You know, this marriage thing, you should be able to renew your marriage. We talk about this from time to time.
Get a license renewal, like after with your car.
Yeah, like after, you sign a contract.
Yeah.
Maybe you're brave enough when you're getting ready to get married. You go, you know what, I'll sign a 10-year contract with you.
And then you got to re-up.
And then after 10 years, you renegotiate.
Yeah.
Like everything else in this life.
It's like sports. As long as you're performing,
right?
Then you're going to get paid. Your team is going to re-up you, and you're going to get paid, and things are going to work out.
And you get bonuses if you do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Right.
You know, like if you dress a certain way, like crotchless panties, and, you keep yourself a certain weight.
That's it. And this should go for both sides.
If not, you get black eyes.
Because the guys wind up looking like old women. Big guts on them. Something happens. They lose all testosterone, and they look like old women. And you're not getting re-upped. The wife or the husband, if it's happening to him, turns and goes, I'm looking over your past performance now over the past couple of years, and you're just not performing.
Can we do something today? Actually, Dan came up with it. I can't take credit for this one. Dan in New Jersey. I got an idea after Dan's phone call, though. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I married a stripper, and after years, the hair got shorter, the weight went on, and what happened to my balls? Pretty much gone. But that's all I got for you guys this morning. I'm punching out.
No. I'm going to take your phone call, and we're going to do something fun today for the next half hour. Dan, how much did she weigh when you got married? She was a stripper.
She was a stripper. About 118, 119. Hot.
How many years have you been married?
21.
Wow.
21 years.
How much does she weigh now?
241.
Holy God.
You're kidding, right?
No.
No, I'm not kidding. The hair used to be long and blonde, and now she looks like a bullfight.
Oh, my God.
She doubled her size.
She did double her size. She doubled her weight.
Oh, yeah, easily.
She gained 123 pounds in 20
She's
years.
still a stripper, but now she's stripping cow carcasses of their flesh.
Wait, let me see if we can make lemonade out of lemons. Is she made of gold?
That's the only way that would work. Look at all the gold I have now.
She eats cows like we eat sushi.
Nice.
Oh, that is a shame.
You're not kidding, right, Dan?
It is. I mean, 2 kids later, I've seen people
Those
with
kids,
4
man.
kids later.
All right, we got a lot of women screaming at their radios right now. Dan, how much did you weigh when you got married?
178.
How much do you weigh now 21 years later?
179.
He gained a pound.
Wow.
He's gained a pound.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. See,
Maybe it's a
marriage should be a contract. I'm telling you, if you're brave enough to, sign a 10-year contract, great. But maybe you should start at like 5 years. 5-year contract. After 5 years, you decide what you want to do at that point.
Dan, do you say anything? Did you say anything? Was it because of the kids, so you couldn't say anything? What happened? You must have noticed, right?
Oh, yeah. The poundage went on for the first pregnancy. I said, it's baby fat. She's going to lose it later on. And then the hair went short.
Oh, boy. And you knew it was over. She gave up.
Yeah, and I mean, the second, I love the kids, die for them. The second one comes around, comes and goes, and what happens? Wow. It was just, I don't know, maybe just a food fest or depression or whatever.
I've noticed it takes a lot for a woman to snap back after a kid. It takes a lot of, real work. And some of them just can't do it.
Some of them don't want to.
And some of them don't want to. They're like, I got what I wanted.
They don't want to. They're done. They don't want to get back into shape. They've got what they want.
They got their husband. They got their kids. They don't need to get back in shape.
They got the house. They're not interested in any sort of career. So, Oprah and Phil and all those guys, screw them. Sit on the couch a little bit longer.
Dan, can I ask you a personal question here?
Yes.
When was the last time you enjoyed having sex with your wife?
Oh, man. Boy, are you hitting a sore spot.
Oh, no. Oh, this poor bastard.
Yeah. Where's the plane flaming now? It's been a long time since I've rocked in the moonlight. You just can't get down there anymore and go, man, this is not what it used to be.
Wait, do you mean you guys still have sex, or she won't even have it with you, or you just don't really care about having it with her?
Say it again. I lost you.
Do you like having sex with her, or she doesn't want to?
No, I do it out of necessity.
It's a biological reason. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much fun you can have with, artificial whatevers. And I'm like, hey, I'm at the juncture in my life right now where it's just like, if she was game right now, I'd have to give her a mercy one. How's that?
Wow. Dan, I just did some math for you. You've been married 21 years. You realize your wife has gained about 6 pounds a year? That's all it is. Little 6 pounds a year. It starts creeping up on
6 pounds in 1 year, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
Hey, you don't notice
year
that.
After year after year after year.
And then what did you do? Dan, what did you do at one point? You looked over at your wedding picture that was somewhere in the house and gone, where'd that girl go?
No, guys. When I got married, she gave me a calendar. Okay?
Yeah.
I still have it.
And you still look at it? The glory days?
Oh, the glory days.
And then if you try to get a divorce, they're not even going to take into consideration that your wife gained 123
No, you'll look like the bad guy.
Yep.
You'll be the bad guy if that ever came up.
I haven't even thought about bringing the calendar over to my attorney yet,
His wife was on a calendar.
This is what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I got myself into, not this.
Wait a minute, Mr. Attorney. You've met my wife, Attila the Hun. You want to check her out when she was a fine schnapper?
Weight should be a consideration in divorce cases.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
You think I can use that?
Look, I understand people gain a little weight as they get older. I get that. But your wife went from 118 to 241 pounds.
Yep.
That's not what you signed up for.
That's double plus
Listen,
5.
I bought her a house, and she turned into one.
All right, Dan, hang in there.
Hey, guys, listen, I'm going to punch out. I appreciate all your good advice. And, listen, I've been a fan, and I've got all of it. So I've been with you guys since day one in New York.
Good luck,
you.
man.
Thank you, my friend.
Push her in a pool of stingrays.
All right, listen, I'll catch up to Jimmy Norton later. You guys rock. I'll talk to you later.
All right, there goes Dan. All right, we're going to take a break. It's the only virus spreading across America. When we get back, I think we should take more of these phone calls.
Yeah.
And don't lie. It's not going to help anyone out today.
Yeah.
No.
What did your wife weigh when you got married? What does she weigh now? And the women could get involved in this, too.
Of course they can, you ladies.
But we don't do a radio show for women.
This ain't for broads.
This is a male's point of view. In our sick minds, every girl should be a stripper.
That's right. And I like it when you're anorexic, so don't call crying about it. They make me so sick. Good.
If you gain more than 5 pounds when you're pregnant, we don't like you.
Story in the paper about a bar.
Oh, yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We got lots of good things to do today. Good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Lots of instant feedback coming in right now. Kenny from Elizabeth. You guys are right. I should have signed a contract. My wife is a fat pig. I wouldn't say that to her face because I love her. But it has to stop. We have sex about once a month. Oh, no, we have sex about once a mouth. I've been married 9 years. I have 4 kids. She is 5'1" and 110. That's what she was. He wrote this weird. I have 4 kids.
He's in shock.
He should have wrote, she was 5'1" and 110 pounds.
All right.
Now she weighs 219 pounds.
At 5'1", she's 219.
You should actually be legally allowed to kill her.
Yeah, I think you are. Oh, 219. What do you do?
It should be a contract, I'm telling you. And you re-up.
Because he probably does still love her and stuff.
Yeah.
He's got to go home and just, oh, God, what happened?
Not as much as she loves food.
Exactly. Well, here's what you should do. You put a pie by the steps, and you tie a little string by the bottom, and when Fatso runs for it, she trips and she dies with her face. As she's going for the pie, she just falls down the stairs, and her face passes it as she's falling. So she sees what she loves right before her neck
Tries
breaks.
to take a couple of bites out of it, misses, breaks a neck.
Yeah, she doesn't even try to prop herself up. Her teeth just go.
You just hear snap, snap, chatter, chatter,
She's falling.
crack.
She goes to the left.
Trying to get one last bite in before she drops dead.
That looks delicious.
She gets a whiff of that pie tin. Crack.
Hey, let's go to Earl in Connecticut. Earl?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Come on.
Hey, my wife, I got the opposite problem. My wife actually went from heavy to being incredibly fit.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, when we met, she was a little on the heavy side. I've been with her for 13 years, and at one point she was up to almost 300 pounds.
That's a little on the heavy side?
Yeah, exactly.
That is
Where
a
did you live?
fat,
Jupiter?
Fat woman.
You married a dock worker.
Well, she wasn't that when we met.
Lee J. Cobb, sir.
Over the years, she got heavy, and then she got in this health kick and got down to a size 8. And I think she went from a 28 to an 8 and actually got muscles.
So how much does she weigh now?
Well, she's actually put a little back on. I think she's around 200. But
So she has about 80 pounds to go.
well,
She's on her way.
Next time she'll go even thinner. I got to say, guys, I love the big girls. You guys pick on them,
Chubby
but I
Chaser?
personally love them.
Do you really actually? Why? Are you a skinny guy?
I'm a little husky, but even when I was younger, and I'm probably about 215 now, but even when I was younger, I don't know what it is. I just love curvaceous, voluptuous women.
Yeah, exactly. I like that too. But I don't like fat girls. Now, people that like fat girls, are you afraid of being left by a woman?
Well, see, I kind of had to deal with that because after she lost weight, a lot of other guys were interested in her that, were technically, previously out of her league, so to speak. And she actually left me about 6 months ago, got her own apartment, and she came back. She came back. That's terrific.
Why did she leave you?
Back.
Why did she leave you?
Well, 13 years, it wasn't
Did you lock
overweight.
the cupboard?
It's just we've been together a long time, and I'm pretty much the only guy I wanted her to go out and actually be with somebody else just to see if the grass was greener, to be honest with you.
Did you really, sir?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling yourself so you don't feel emasculated? Yeah. I wanted her to go out and have sex with a few black guys just to let her know what she had home. A cuckold. She had a cuckold.
I got to let the big white women out there know that they don't have to settle for a black guy. There's plenty of white guys who love them.
Settle.
Sir, I don't. Wait, why would you? She left and came back. Why would you take her back?
She came crawling back. She listened to the show.
What guy wants his woman to leave him to see if it's greener?
Because she's never been with another guy, and
Opie,
I kind of wanted to
Are
see
you
it.
nuts?
If you love something, let it go.
Exactly.
If it
that's
comes
the
back, shut up. That stupid saying.
You love something, let it go. She must have loved cake. She let it go and it came back and aimed for her mouth.
How does that dumb poem end?
If you love something, let it go.
If it comes back,
it was meant to be, or something
it
like
was yours.
that.
If it doesn't come back,
It was
something.
It never was.
something about 2 sets of footprints.
No, that's why did you leave me in my
and then
most.
she leaves you, so now there's 1 foot of footprints. And you can't carry her because she's a fat pig.
There's a big set of footprints with water in it
Right.
that jiggles when she walks in the cup in the SUV.
Right.
if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it was yours. If it doesn't, it would have been yours.
But then
the
2 donuts in a hand equals what?
something about a bush.
Right.
You guys are horrible, you know.
Sir,
Yeah.
my concern
We just don't like the fatties. What can I tell you?
I think
I love them.
We understand there's guys out there that love
That's
the
got to be
fatties.
the number one fetish. It's got to be the number one fetish is guys that dig fat chicks.
I want to get
Scrawny guys.
Number one fetish is the foot fetish.
Yeah.
Stop
No,
it
I don't
already.
think so.
Stop it already.
I don't think so. I think it's chubby chasers. There's fat women out there. We're an obese nation, and fat women are getting action. Who's doing it?
Sir, why do you like fat women? I don't get it.
I can't even tell you. It's just at the core of I guess I don't know.
What was your mother like?
My mother was a health nut. It makes no sense. We can't figure it out. My brother's a jock and can get pretty much any girl he wants, and his past two girls have been on the big side.
Maybe you guys hate your mother, so you're getting the opposite of her. Maybe she was an emasculating, rotten health nut.
Hey, it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical thing with the mother. It could be like a mental thing where he needed a little more attention and this a big motherly type woman.
Hey, at the Thanksgiving Day table, does everyone kind of awkwardly look down as your wife keeps going back for thirds and fourths?
She's got a bust her butt.
There's always one of those at the table where you look over and go, haven't you had enough, you slob?
You just make believe. Yeah, can't figure out why you're fat.
This is delicious. I'm just going to have another little slice. Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Let me just have one more of these, and it's a turkey.
Yeah.
So she went out. What did you do while she was out? While she was out with her face on a pillow.
It wasn't in the pillow. I was over there. I ended up being over there every other day, but I was trying to go meet women too, and I just my believe it or not, surprise, my confidence level was pretty low after my wife left me.
Okay.
So I had I had some conversations, but we ended up just getting back together and realizing I guess it was meant to be.
So you struck out horribly. She went out and gobbled on a few. Now all is well.
I love her. What can I say?
How many people did you sleep with?
None. I think she tried to sleep with a couple. And
tried to?
Yeah, she tried
sure
to, but
she
what
did.
happened?
All right, we're going to...
Part of the injustice of the whole breaking up thing or the girl leaving or something like that. Because that night she could be out getting a guy and getting some action. And for the most part, a guy can't just run out unless he's paying and, seduce a woman into sleeping with him.
All right. Cody's going to explain the love for fat girls, I guess. Cody, what's up?
Hey, morning, buddy.
It's Indiana, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, thank God, right? Anyway, the proclivity to fat women could usually be, I'm a big guy myself, so I kind of know that my options are limited. So there's that aspect of it. The other part is that a lot of them are big-breasted, and if you have a breast fetish, that kind of always ties in with most fat girls.
The fat girls' big breasts are not good.
Well, not necessarily fat girls. I like...
No, sometimes good. One of the funniest things to see as I walk the streets of New York are the fatties with no boobs.
Yeah.
We call them flatsos.
Flatso. A flatso. Nothing sadder than the flatso.
Because a lot of women out there that gain weight, they're like, well, at least I got these huge jugs that are attractive to the male species.
They got these little A's or B's on this gigantic moose frame.
Those are terrible.
We openly laugh at flatsos.
It's the thicker women, the voluptuous pinup types with the actual nice big bosoms.
Yeah.
So, that's what I like. But I'm punching out, fellas. Have a good day.
All right. Rosie O'Donnell is a flatso.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to Sharon. Female point of view here.
Sharon in Connecticut. Hi, Sharon.
How are you guys?
Oh, my God. We
pegged her voice. How you doing?
I think every guy needs to have their wife listen to O&A. Because that way they will keep their hair long and keep the weight off so their husbands don't call.
I agree.
So we don't get... That's our goal, to not get any calls about this.
Here's what I want. If I ever have kids, I want to be married to the type of girl, like I'll come home one day and the kid's head will be mushed from laying in the crib on one side for too long. And I'll go, what happened? And she'll go, I was in the mirror fixing my makeup. Gee!
I want to do a contest. I want to find a couple out there that is willing to do this.
Yeah?
You get a wife that's way overweight.
Yeah.
And you give her a month to lose like 100 pounds.
100 pounds in a month?
100
That's
pounds?
like kidney failure.
All right, how about a month to lose 50 pounds?
Can you do that?
All right, we haven't brought this idea to the lab yet, the Opie and Anthony lab.
The lab. The institute.
The institute. All right, so my numbers might be a little off.
Okay.
Right. So how about 50 pounds in a month?
That's a pound. That's a pound and a half a day, something like that.
And if the woman does not lose the 50 pounds in a month, the guy gets to bang a stripper in front of her. Would that be the greatest contest ever?
Wow.
Would that be the greatest contest ever?
Who would be? Hey, that is a good one, man.
Then again, does it have to be in front of her? Because it would wreck the vibe for him to have that big fat face staring in.
It might actually do good, though, that like the guy might enjoy that more.
Okay.
Like, hey, see what you did? You know?
That's the bit.
God, that's a good idea.
Screw Celebrity Fit Club.
That is...
We get a few couples.
There's some consequences with this one.
That's right.
All right.
I like that.
Hey, we got money to throw around, right?
Yeah, we do.
We own some people on the papers.
Yeah.
They'd like a story like that.
Dirty cop.
God,
fat wife.
Hey, and by the way, if there's any fat women out there that want to call in and defend yourselves, I mean, having a kid is probably hard and stuff. So, I mean, we'll let you talk. We're not going to jump on you.
No, absolutely not. Won't jump on you. Won't even look at you.
But, you know, I mean, I know it's like this always one point of view, so if any women out there want to call in, we promise not to do a lot of weight jokes.
We usually, I mean, I could predict some of the calls we're going to get. The women that call up and say, well, what about the guys that go to hell?
Right.
You
Absolutely.
know, after marriage. And, of course.
Let's go to Steve in Arkansas. Steve.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
I got that typical story, man. When I married my woman 21 years ago, she was 5'1", pretty much weighed right at 100 pounds, perfect cantaloupe breast, just a petite little thing. Here it is 21 years later, and she weighs 214 pounds. Got a Mo Howard haircut, not just short hair.
Mo Howard haircut.
She's got the back, you know how they kind of, Mo's hair was kind of shaved from the back of his, half of the back of his head down?
Yeah.
She thinks that's hot. And all she talks about is food. We'll be at a restaurant eating dinner, and she'll talk about what she's going to fix at home. We're going to be sitting around eating breakfast, and she talks about what we're going to have or she's going to have for lunch.
Oh, boy.
The only thing she reads is magazines with pictures of, well, I call it reading. She looks at magazines all day long with pictures of food.
She's obsessed,
the only time she watches TV, and if I'm watching TV and she walks by and it's a Burger King commercial or something, she's just transfixed.
That's like porno for her. Like the way normally a guy would look at porno, she's looking at food as if it's pornography.
It's Pavlovian. She's fucking slobbering.
Oh, God.
I mean, the bad part of it is that somebody was, and I have been asked by old buddies and stuff, why are you still fucking with her? I used to say it's because of my kids, but now they're out of the house. The sad part of it is I actually kind of still like the fucking beach ball. You know, I gotta
run out of dump.
All right, hold on,
You gotta stop cursing.
You gotta stop cursing. It's hilarious, but you gotta stop cursing, man.
I'm sorry, boys, but I had to agree with Anthony. That one guy who called in and goes, oh, I know why guys like heavier chicks because they have big breasts. Yeah, she's got the big breast, but it looks like an old man's butt, you know? She's so heavy, man. I don't know if you can use this word.
Is this really your wife?
Probably not.
The end of the breast, that part, it's inverted like an any belly button.
All right, thank you, Steve.
Later on, boys.
Call back again. You're all right.
What a disaster.
Charlie from Jersey. We're on to something here. Charlie.
Hey, how you doing, Opie and Anthony?
Pretty good.
Great show. Hey, like your previous caller, I really can't stand fat women, especially when they get in their mid-50s. They get that haircut that he's talking about. You can't tell whether they're a guy or a girl.
No.
Yeah.
Looks like they got pillows stuffed in the back of their pants for
That's
their ass.
especially awful. You're right.
Especially.
And when they defend themselves, they say, "Oh, I've been battling this horrible disease all my life, like it's something noble." It's just that they have to push away from the plate. They keep feeding the wrong hole, which gets them set in the wrong direction from the word go, and they eat dainty little portions in front of you. But when I see them driving to work in the truck, and they are just pushing the donuts and the French fries down their throat until they get home and have that small portion.
Yeah, a lot of them will do that. They'll still eat like real small portions or salad or something like that. And then alone, it's just nothing but
it takes
purge.
It takes a lot of discipline to eat,
binge
right?
and
Yep.
No purge.
I try to eat right. It's a pain in the ass. It really is a pain in the ass.
I eat oatmeal with blueberries every morning, and I'm not saying I never eat bad, but do you think I want to eat this? I would much rather have a nice bowl of stupid cereal. I would love to.
Even cereals, a lot of the cereals aren't bad. I would love to have donuts every morning.
Honey nut, like something honey.
Entenmann's chocolate donut. How about
Entenmann's
famous Amos cookies are great, and Oreos. I would be shoving these down my mouth every morning.
I'm not fat, you know.
Oh, no, you're not.
I'm not fat, but, you know, I try to eat right. It's a pain in the neck. I would love to just sit around and tell the interns to go to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
You kidding
Grab
me?
a dozen donuts. Just going to sit here and eat donuts.
We're miserable to begin with because of our stupid hours. It would be so easy to sit here and just feed our faces.
It's called discipline.
It's a pain in the neck.
The most successful radio guys are not fat, I noticed.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Well, mine...
Rush Limbaugh?
Yeah, I don't count really him, though, because I'm talking about that genre political.
He lost weight, too.
Yeah, he's a rare case. Most of them are not fat.
My dad's heart problem started in, like, the 93. He had open heart surgery. And that's when I changed my ways. I'm like, I don't, you know, it's in my family history. I gotta stop. I used to go to the fast food restaurants and all that. I used to eat whatever I wanted, dessert every night, all that crap, fried food. Yes. When you see your dad in a hospital bed after, you know, open heart surgery, you're like, you know what?
Maybe that's motivation.
Maybe I'll go to McDonald's every once in a while now instead of like, you know, once, twice a week.
Yeah.
You know what I have for dessert? I have
forget about it.
Berries.
Berries. You're like a little koala bear.
I certainly am. And I'm as cute as one, ladies.
Hey, do we have time for the fat story, or should we take a break? We should probably take a break.
All right, we'll take a break.
We'll try to stay on schedule for once. There's a restaurant here in New York that's in a lot of trouble because
of what we're talking about, pretty much.
Yeah, they were weighing the waitresses or something like that.
I said anus.
Did you?
I don't know. It's early. Go to Brian in O-Town.
My eyes.
I got to correct him.
All right.
Or he's got to correct me.
All right, we got to get into some things. This story is great.
Yeah, this kind of...
It's about a restaurant.
What we were talking about.
Here in Manhattan. Listen to this.
I really was and still am kind of shocked that this sort of thing still goes on in this day and age.
25-year-old Alexandria Lipton says she was fired from this trendy East Side bar because she objected to the way managers treated her and her fellow waitresses.
He seems to get a very big kick out of treating women like dirt and upsetting them and making them feel uncomfortable emotionally and physically.
Lipton and another former Sutton Place waitress are filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit for sexual harassment, inappropriate touching, and discrimination. Specifically, Lipton alleges her bosses at this bar would force waitresses to get weighed, rate their overall look from face to body shape, and rank them best to worst.
So the managers at that point let her locked in the basement office, literally picked her up and attempted to put her on the scale. She physically resisted, and as a result, went and reported them to the other waitresses. That's when she was fired.
I felt astonished, upset, discriminated, demeaned, demoralized, and
poor.
Really stressed out.
The bar owner says he will fight these charges, and if it goes to court, the bar will prevail.
You're a waitress. Then go back to school if you want more respect.
Regardless if this is right, wrong, or whatever, the nerve that they feel this is worth millions upon millions of dollars is ridiculous.
I do side with the women on this one, though, like, because I can just picture this scumbag bar owner or whoever he was. You're like one of those really douche guys.
Yeah,
who just likes to just embarrass chicks.
No respect.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
But when you know that right away and then just quit and move on.
Yeah, you got to like
before it gets to this point where you're completely humiliated.
Then the guy's just going to
have you ever been in a job and you're like,
pigs.
Oh, this is an awful situation. This guy's an ass, or this female boss, whatever. I'll keep it fair, is an ass, and you just move on.
See, this is a situation where no one wants to take responsibility for their actions. He's an idiot, but you stayed there long enough where you were affected. You know, this woman's rattling off all kinds of words. I felt humiliated, upset, astonished. All in one day? Leave your job.
But a lot of times, there's something like sexual harassment is going on. You can't just like if you're at a firm or whatever, and the boss is doing something really like that's genuinely inappropriate. Sometimes the answer isn't just to leave. It's just
Well, yeah, because
that's different.
Yeah, because you're making $200,000.
Yeah, that's different. I'm talking about a bar. Yeah, there's plenty of bartender girls out there. My own mom tended bar and raised 3 kids. Believe me. And she got to put up with a bunch of jackass bosses over the years,
and a lot of pinching of the ass, right?
Hey, it was just me when she came home. I give a little tap. Nice work, Ma. Where's the cash? You holding out on me, bitch? But when you're tending bar, there are other jobs elsewhere where perhaps you get a more respectful boss, and then this guy's going to be left with slobs in his bar. No one's going to want to go in there. But
what if it's the chick looking for an easy payday?
Exactly. There's another thing.
Because we got Mike, who says he's a DJ there. Mike.
Hey, what's going on, O&A?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, I'm actually a DJ there on Friday nights at like the happy hour, and the waitresses are hot, man. Gotta tell you, this is smoking.
Yeah, you know something? There is something to be said, without being an ass. There is something to be said for a bar owner wanting hot chicks as bartenders and waitresses.
I agree.
And having weight limits put on them. If they gain weight, you fire them because... Why are you firing me? We're kind of slowing down or something. You don't even have to say because you get fat, but...
Being a bar and restaurant owner... Thank you. Yes, F.H. Riley's 400 New York Avenue in Huntington Village out there on Long Island. I'm a silent partner, Anthony.
Not very silent.
I don't lift a finger to help my brother out at all.
No.
My brother works like an animal, 70, 80 hours a week, easily. And anyway, but all kidding aside, we have noticed that the hot bartender brings in the people.
Of course.
It's just a fact in the bar and restaurant business. My brother has lots of bartenders. The guy bartenders don't do as well as the hot chick dressing a little sexy behind the bar.
Seen it over the years 1,000 times. The chick behind the bar with the little skirt, the nice low-cut shirt, taking care of herself, looking good. She's going to pull in more customers, more tips, and they're going to buy more booze.
I agree with you. I mean, I'm not saying like the Borgata got crap for that in Atlantic City for wanting the waitresses to not be a bunch of fatsos.
The Borgata babes.
I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm talking about the guy picking him up and putting him on the scale. If she's telling the truth, let's just say she is.
Yeah.
If he's harassing them, I don't know if he was, but if he was doing that and playing grab ass and stuff, then they have the right to cause a problem. I wouldn't want my girlfriend subjected to that.
No, you go there and pop them in the head.
Bars. Hey, how you doing? Hey. Yeah. She's one of those dopes.
Go there and smack them.
But you're hiring. I think you're hiring if you own a bar, like you're hiring a certain look.
Yeah. And the girls have to know that. They're dressing the part when they're going in for the job. When a lot of bartenders go in for a job, the girls dress the part. They dress in little outfits, nice and showing a lot of skin, because they know that that's part of the job. And then they get upset if they put on a few pounds and the guy tells them to get lost.
All right, let's go to...
I think there's more to this story, though.
Yes,
I think this guy sounds like he's kind of being a...
Yeah, we'll find out.
Any women that say, well, you shouldn't have to be judged on your... Why not? I mean, should modeling agencies be forced to hire fatsos for shoots or ugly people?
Yeah.
I mean, believe me, I have a discrimination suit. I've never been hired to shoot for suits or a catalog. Well, why is that okay to only pick attractive people?
Yeah.
Where people are eating, you should be able to look like what you want.
Exactly.
There you go. I made a point.
You certainly did.
Some guy from his mobile device, very hurtful. Opie is a silent partner when the two of you were on Letterman.
Never going to live that one down.
Did I say restaurant instead of restaurant? It's early.
Restaurant is fine.
Is it?
That's a fine pronunciation of the word. Yes, it is.
I say restaurant.
By the way,
people go restaurant.
By the way, a little known fact: we hired Jimmy because of his looks.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's why these two have hot chicks. I was the magnet.
Oh, yeah.
They bounced off of me. Like, when the hot girls come around, they're just kind of like, meh. Like they bounce off me into one of these two.
They're heading your way. They turn around quickly and get as far away from you as possible. And then, hello, they bang right into us.
You can't even use that excuse.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you got a hot one.
Exactly.
I do, but there's got to be something wrong with her mentally. And I haven't figured it out yet. There's something
circumnavigated that yet?
Yeah, because she really likes me, and I'm like, wow, she really likes me as a person, and I'm like, all right, we'll get to the bottom of this
eventually.
One day I'm gonna.
Oh, it's gonna be a doozy.
One day I'm gonna walk in, and she'll be in the kitchen nude, throwing her own waist around, yelling, "Who are you?"
Looking at you, going, "Is this what you want?"
Just saying.
What? I just came home.
And she's just yelling, "Please help me!"
Please help me.
I love that line of yours.
Please help me.
Please help me.
I'm always afraid she's going to go to therapy. Like, as soon as she's like tries to get herself emotionally healthy, I know I'm finished.
You're done.
Right.
The first thing you have to do is rid yourself of people that are enabling you, the people that are around you that are hurting you mentally. Jimmy's gone.
She'll hold my hands and gently tell me, "I didn't realize, but I liked you because you reminded me of my abuser."
Let's go to Steve in New York. Hey, Steve.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
We're having fun today. What up?
Long time listener. Love you guys.
All right.
Listen, I own a bar out in Staten Island. The last thing I'm looking for is a fat pig behind the stick.
Yeah.
And, I mean, go to every strip club in New York. Where do you see a fat bartender? Oh, wait, let me get you a fat stripper. Hold on for a minute.
Right.
Give me a break.
Nope.
Too much.
And this is not like an all-out attack on fatties. I mean, you know what, whatever, man. But it's like, I know what you're saying. Like, you should be able. It should be a factor that is allowed to be counted for certain jobs.
You shouldn't be sued for millions of dollars if you want attractive women in the workplace when it's appropriate like that. You know, a bar, things like that.
Yeah.
Hooters won the lawsuit not too long ago about the same thing.
Yeah, no one wants to.
Wait, what was the lawsuit at Buddha?
Hooters.
No, Hooters.
Oh, Hooters.
The same thing. The dress code. Having to meet certain requirements. They beat it. They beat it because that was the theme of the restaurant.
Remember the dope that wanted to be a Hooters waitress?
Oh, the guy. There's always that guy. I want to be a Hooters waitress. Discrimination.
Right.
All right, attention whore.
Yeah, really.
Shut up.
Let's keep it real.
So much. Hey, guys, I got some good pictures of the softball game when we had it in Newark. Matter of fact, I delivered all the girls to the game that day.
Of course you did.
Right on, man.
I swear to God, I got.
Hey, did we say we didn't believe you?
Yeah,
we believe you.
Oh.
Let me get one of your interns and give me an email address to send it to you. I got 80 good shots.
Steve at foundrymusic.com.
Yes.
You got it. I'll send them right over.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Always a pleasure.
Steve might not like the girls, though. Sometimes he looks at them and he thinks and says very judgmental things. So don't be upset.